Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LA Knight. What do you think, Big
All
D?
ages.
No, 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 no. Just
Oh,
can boys, children, boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. What does that mean? Are you a child after a certain age? I guess some people are.
you're also a child before a certain age as well.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
I don't know,
is
child's
LA Knight a
it's a broad
child?
term. Well, yeah, to an extent, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
was sorry.
So you gave me the wah 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 right before we recorded it about LA Knight. So I want you to tell me why you think so.
Well, first of all, I will give him some props though. Um,
Okay.
that him actually like having an extended period of time on the microphone, him against Paul Heyman is wonderful. I will take that any time of day.
Oh,
Um,
I see.
I don't know. Something's got to happen at Crown Jewel so that LA Knight does not lose any of this momentum. Now, is that going to
Okay.
consist of people getting involved in this match with him against Roman? And obviously Roman's not going to lose the title. God, if he did, oh. um, but no, he's not going to. But he's also I don't think he's gonna win. I can't see him winning clean because that's just ending LA Knight's. I don't know. Like I don't know I really didn't want them to put him in the heavyweight title picture yet. So I don't know.
I mean, they're going with that hot hand, you know?
Well, they are, but nothing. What's gonna? But like I understand it, and I mean like this is huge for LA Knight. Like I understand like from many aspects of him, his career. Like he's gonna main event Crown Jewel, uh, essentially. I'm not sure all the matches, but um, but either way, he's going up against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, and yeah, that's awesome for him. But I don't know. I don't know. Something's gonna happen, and I just whatever does end up happening, I don't want it to fizzle him out too much because I don't think he's able to be fizzled out per se. But I don't want it to be just a major squash if Roman does beat him clean. But it's also hard to see because we haven't seen LA Knight and Roman Reigns together in the ring. We haven't really seen LA Knight against upper upper end talent much either. It's not like it's like someone said, it's not like um he's like on like a major huge winning streak or anything. Like he's just been in like tag teams and he's been in moments like and he won that uh SummerSlam new annual battle royal or whatever. And that was them giving us what we wanted. Um yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure what's gonna happen. But
So have they
we'll
have they
see.
fought at a house show is the question then.
I don't know. I doubt it. Roman's not doing house shows.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I saw him do house shows. Like you would think that they'd try to see how LA Knight and Roman Reigns
Yeah, I mean you
do
would
in the
think
ring, you
so.
know? It's like I feel like Roman
Well,
Reigns, has is come into his own so well, and you got a house show now, and
he, he,
or
he,
I mean,
he did
like
back in
he
May,
can elevate anybody. It feels like.
right? Um, Reigns did appear at a house show in May,
Gotcha.
and it was
Well,
only his second appearance at a house show this year. So I don't know. I don't know what he's had since then. But
so being a crown jewel, then nobody is expecting that nobody's expecting Roman Reigns to lose his title at crown jewel.
I can't imagine. But something's gonna happen. I don't know what, because we're also still at like this low end, like going into SummerSlam time of, or not Summer Survivor Series time of year, which in other aspects there, like I don't think Reigns is gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be at Survivor Series. So I don't know, right? Just the whole Reigns, whole like his whole position now, as far as like stories go, there's nothing really like too substantial yet. That's why I think like him and Nelly Knight will go beyond Crown Jewel. I just want to know. I'm I'm very curious about what they're gonna do, like how they're gonna end the match, or what's gonna happen during the match and whatnot. We'll see.
Okay, so here's what I'm hoping. This feels like cheering for anybody against Roman Reigns, but especially LA Knight feels like cheering for Jey Uso against Roman Reigns. And I know that Roman's gonna retain, but my hope is that, like, I mean, the thing that WWE does is they keep just enough surprise throughout their programming to keep hope for people, basically. You know, um, keep hope that there'll be a surprise in this show. There'll be some sort of a surprise here, some sort of surprise that things won't go exactly how everybody thinks they will. And I'd say 95% of the time, maybe even 99% of the time, they go exactly how people think it will. But it's that 1% that really kind of keeps everybody and everything on their toes. And thus, I think that LA Knight has come out of nowhere, is hot as fuck. And I mean, we're talking about Crown Jewel. This is not even in the United States, and then you have this whole Cody versus Roman unanswered, the second chapter that needs to happen, So it really, it's kind of like going into this match is like saying, it's all right. So let's see how LA Knight loses. That's about as hopeful as one can be about LA Knight
Right,
against Roman Reigns, right?
right.
And how awesome would it be if actually, since nobody's expecting this streak to end, everyone's sort of expecting this Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes WrestleMania rematch where Cody Rhodes finally fulfills the storyline of I don't even know how many decades, and fulfills the story for his dad. That's a huge story. That's a WrestleMania worthy story. And it just wouldn't be the same against anyone else, considering how well they built it up with Roman.
Yeah.
So, how crazy would it be if LA Knight pulls the upset because nobody's expecting this
I mean, I would
and
be I would be
becomes,
down for this.
oh, that would be fantastic. That would be so dope. And I don't know if Roman would regain it or how LA Knight would lose it, But I mean, ultimately, it could be it's going to throw the wrench into the story that would really have a huge payoff at WrestleMania between Cody and Roman.
Right. Well,
But it has to be with it has to be with the title. It can't be without it. You know,
right.
that's kind of like the title is the point of the story.
True.
So I think in a sense, if you're going for that payoff, which would be tremendous, it would be so. I mean, it would really be a great main event finish to WrestleMania. What 30? What would it be now? 38, 39, 40,
40.
whatever. 40. Okay.
No.
It started 12, 13, 14, 15. Just walk my way all the way to 30, 40, 50, whatever. But you understand this, and it's man, come on. I want that to happen, but we have some time until that happens.
Yeah.
We have what, at least, so we have two, three, 6 or 7 more PLEs, right? PLE?
Yep.
Yeah, PLEs before, and that's, I mean, that's gonna keep everybody else down in a sense.
Right. Exactly. Fine.
So
But part of me
I would
want,
be,
like, part of me
I,
wants Reigns to lose
me too.
because that just opens up so much more things. Like, and that's what they're doing right now. They're just opening up so many things right now between NXT, Raw, like WWE, just all together right now. They are just opening things up and widening the doors, and there's so many more people now, like just getting opportunities. You know, even just being on TV, it's nice. So it's like all this whole like change. I think if you just, I mean, Roman's still doing a hell of a fucking job. Just, I mean, his ag, like he's in it, like right, he's in it. His character, and like he's starting to lose it. He's starting to like it's starting like he's starting to get crazy. And I think his craziness is what's gonna eventually, end things in the end. It's gonna be he's gonna slip up somehow, and I don't know, but
There's
we'll see. We'll see,
the
man. Like,
kinks.
because anything can happen in Saudi Arabia.
Anything can happen on
We don't
any
know.
given
We
Sunday,
we
apparently.
don't know. We don't know how much the people in Saudi like LA Knight. Like, if they really love LA Knight, they're gonna like demand he beats Roman Reigns. Otherwise, they're not gonna be able to fly
Well,
him.
I he's gonna have to stay. Um, LA Knight is kind of the embodiment of the Attitude Era,
Oh, for
you
sure.
know.
Yeah.
And if there's anyone that's sucker for the Attitude Era are the Saudis. Why the fuck would you bring that geriatric shit show that was Goldberg versus Undertaker? Or why would Shawn Michaels come out of retirement only to go to Saudi Arabia to wrestle Brothers of Destruction? You know? No offense, like those are like it was great to see. I thought it was great to see like Goldberg versus The Undertaker. Holy shit. That's a cool matchup. I would have loved to have seen Sting versus The Undertaker. Come on, man. It's they're long in the tooth. It's past everybody's prime. And what do they have? It's past not even past their prime. It's past their prime.
Right.
And
Right.
what do they have? I mean, Roman is that. I mean, he is the shit. And of course, they love them some really alpha males, you know. That's kind of the thing, but LA Knight is gonna have a huge backing in Saudi Arabia. I feel it, you know, and
It'll be
he's
interesting.
embodiment of the Attitude Era.
Right.
So if there's and what makes this more interesting, what makes this even what makes me ask the question, could this actually happen? What makes me hope is the fact that now it feels like Triple H, it feels like the reins have, no pun intended, have changed, have been handed over. You know, just because of watching all these little different trackbacks and switches and changes ever since they announced the Vince McMahon, it has nothing to do with creative and
Right.
basically he's out.
For now.
Uh,
For
you
now. Until we get to WrestleMania.
well, I feel like the whole Vince thing, you know, we'll talk about that, I guess, when we talk about Triple H. I'm just saying now it's things are changing, and I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him to actually have that change just so people can keep that 1% hope alive, you know. Because right now, Roman Reigns, on one hand, has cemented himself as one of the greatest of all time simply because he gave us fantastic matches, fantastic stories, a year in, year out for however many fucking days he's been the champion. Every match that we watched with Reigns was good as the main event, you know, and you're cheering against him. Roman Reigns has elevated himself higher than I mean he is in there, and I'm pretty confident to say this. He's in there with Cena, with Triple H, with Stone Cold, The Rock. Roman is there,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and now he's also pigeonholed as well into this. Like, okay, well we kind of know what they're going for here, what they're trying to accomplish, what payoff they're trying to accomplish with, especially with Cody Rhodes. And uh, yeah, I have a feeling that with Triple H taking over this, they might shake things up a little bit, you know, because that's a hell of a streak he's been on. But I still don't think it's going to happen. But that little, you know, doubt in the back of the minds of every wrestling fan, or almost every wrestling fan, is out there.
Because the thing with that,
And LA
I
Knight,
mean, you make really good sense, like good points. And if they did do that, not only does that skyrocket LA Knight to the moon faster than Cameron Grimes, but it doesn't really hurt Reigns because as the split second that eventually, like, because the payoff that we're looking at is Cody and Roman. So have Roman have a little bit of a journey that he has to battle on the way of getting his title back, like any means necessary to, like, for from his point of view, any means necessary getting that title back, and eventually he does. But by this time, like, LA Knight's already, like, you know already skyrocketing up, and then like, this would not hurt Reigns in any bit. As soon as he gets that title back, and as soon as Cody gets back in, Reigns is right again, way back up on top. And because that's all we've always been wondering. Well, I have, at least, of if and when Reigns loses, what's gonna be next for him, And I think
Goldberg, who's
eventually,
next?
well, I think eventually when he does get defeated by Cody, which I would be surprised if it didn't happen. Like, if it wasn't Reigns, like if it wasn't Reigns that loses to Cody. Um,
Mm.
I think by then, I wouldn't be surprised if Reigns would be done completely and move off, just like all these other guys have, and go off to Hollywood and do his thing out there. Um, but I think it would have to be on the stage of WrestleMania. So, like you said, we got what? It's October, so 6 months until WrestleMania.
Yeah,
It's a lot of time.
yeah.
It's like how much, like what else more can we do?
Could they squeeze a story out of it
Right, and I
in
mean, and
between
like
while we wait?
they've already been, squeezing the bloodline, almost till it's dried up, and then they've done pretty good, like countering, bringing it back up to life a little bit, but still nowhere near what it was. And I was almost like, man, like I really wonder if like they were just really holding off, like Vince was really holding off on things for Rock versus Roman. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't want it to. Really, I don't know, but like I just wonder if if in other people's eyes, like that was the moment that he should have lost, and Vince just was not about that.
Yeah, I don't think it's about that. I hope it's not about that. But
Right, right,
things have changed. Obviously, like remember the first time Triple H got into creative after Vince had to step down because of all the scandal.
right,
It's it seems like it's actually happening for real. Because for a while there, things changed and things picked up, and we were introducing new things, and you're like, "Whoa, man, this does feel different." This time, it really feels different,
right. Yeah,
and I hope that see. I just hope they take this opportunity because they have 6 months. Let's just say 4 months. Have LA Knight string couple of victories, because he's going to be on TV the whole time.
right.
Elevate him, although he's almost at a point where he doesn't need the title, which is really interesting. Like he has elevated himself. Once you get above the title, that's where you want to be. Because I feel that if he does win, if he does beat Roman Reigns, then now you get beef between Roman and LA Knight, and you could potentially play that storyline out. Roman obviously cheats to get the championship, and then we have uh Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and Cody gets his revenge, and Cody can actually cleanly peel off from Roman Reigns, while Roman Reigns and LA Knight go at it. To maybe it's a trilogy and they just end a feud, and Roman Reigns passes on the reins to LA Knight. Maybe that's literally when. Or it doesn't even have to be then. It could be earlier, but that's when the bloodline is done, or the bloodline actually kicks out. I think is going to happen is the bloodline is going to get some new members, maybe even including Rock's daughter, and it's going to kick out uh, Roman Reigns. And so Roman Reigns is going to be on his own. He's going to have to, you know, be one on one with LA Knight and then pass the torch to LA Knight. I mean, that's all possible. So this is a very interesting main event and a very interesting time for WWE. And I
Exciting.
think there's an opportunity here, but I'm also like it is exciting, it's interesting. Like I'm like last couple of PLEs, weren't like I'm like It's like, well, what do I was actually more interested in the NXT matches than I was in anything in the main roster, you know?
Right. That's a good thing,
Except
you know.
Gunther.
Yeah, and yeah, Gunther's he's just yeah,
He seems to be able to have a good match with just about everybody. Not
I,
everybody, but just about everybody.
yeah. I mean,
And exciting. Gunther is exciting. And just to like button this LA Knight thing, then I guess um I feel like there's potential here for I just hope they don't go the way of the bloodline getting involved and then LA Knight having to do what he's been doing, which is fucking having to tussle with Solo Sikoa and because like we all know that LA Knight is on a different level from Solo, and Solo is definitely building up his own, but
yeah,
he's not there like LA Knight is, and the more you just keep putting him with Solo and even Jimmy, it's not the same. So I feel like there's a potential here for an upset. And the fact that there's a potential here for an upset is what's exciting about what has been exciting about wrestling the whole time I've watched it, the whole time I've been a fan. The potential for the upset, the potential for something to happen that you don't expect. And I mean, that's really kind of like a human game. It's like, surprise me, you
right.
know? Show
It's
me
like
something I'm not used to. Like, it's a joke. Two jokes are like that. Surprise me. Like, entertain me, and then the surprise has a lot to do with entertaining.
yeah. And if they do give
So
us a
I'm gonna go.
surprise, I don't want that surprise to overshadow LA Knight either. Like if the
Oh,
surprise if the surprise isn't LA Knight winning, I'm a bit like again, I don't want it to be like because like what I can imagine happening is Solo gets involved or Jimmy and Solo gets involved, and then next thing you know, you got Cena coming out. You got just like this whole like because they're setting up this battle between people for Survivor Series. I don't know. I don't want this to be just a little bridge to
the precursor, the
yeah.
Survivor
Because
Series. I
because
see.
again I don't think Reigns is going to be involved. But then if they're just bringing Reigns back right now just to be at Saudi, which is very likely as well. That's the only reason that he's there, and it's just going to be a match, and it's not gonna be it's gonna be a DQ or something. And
Well, let's give Reigns
and-
credit too to be able to not be on TV
oh yeah,
for weeks at a time, and then coming back and just having incredibly fun matches.
right. And then when he comes back,
Like
he's like on like every half hour of those 2 hours. Like he at least makes four appearances. Usually he'll come out, and then there's a backstage, and then okay maybe at least three times. There might be two backstage moments, and then he shows up at the end. So like he's like when he shows up, he shows up. So um
absolutely, man,
yeah, that just that whole
absolutely. So
and there's so much about that. Like I mean, with LA Knight, it just like they kind of did just like spring it up, and thanks to John Cena, you know, John Cena is the one that's like helped put LA Knight into into that Roman Reigns picture, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot that could happen.
John Cena, just anybody that just stands right next to John Cena seems to be
Yeah.
elevated, and that's I mean, obviously that's where they're going for, and that's okay.
Oh yeah,
I
for
I
sure.
I think John Cena has like just the last promo he had this last, I believe it's last Friday, just talking about, or no, it was a week before, talking about, it's like, can he hang? Can he still do this? And, there's doubts. And, it's like we talked about his fast lane performance. And it was, it's, these are legitimate questions, but it's fucking John Cena. And then and he's also made a point that he's lost a lot of matches. And he hasn't won a premium live event match in a long time. Um, I listened to so I've been playing WWE 2K23, and I've been playing that showcase mode. And
Okay.
John Cena has lost a lot. He has lost a lot, and 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 the fact that he loses so much, and people still cheer him. Like he's so over that it's like John Cena is there to just help everyone else at this point. And he has certainly helped LA Knight just being in the same picture with him.
Right. Yeah.
So I guess I said to button this up 5 minutes ago. I will say it again to button this up. I feel like this is prime potential for us to see a surprise in WWE.
Huge.
And I think LA Knight, this is LA Knight's chance to run with the belt and to see if he can be the champ. Because if he can be, then he can lose it in a shitty ass way. And that would actually also give him an excuse
Right.
to have Cody peel off Roman
It could even
very
be.
easy after getting his.
It could even be something like he has to bring back the defending your title at the Royal Rumble. You go in as
I mean,
champion.
of course,
You have to
sure.
come out as champion and have LA Knight freaking make it till the end, and then something happens and he gets screwed over and loses. And it's like I'd rather take that as him losing his championship than getting squashed. But,
Yeah, we're just hearing there's a lot of opportunity to right a
right,
lot of wrongs.
right, yeah.
So fantastic. I know we're not giving toilet papers, but I just decided I will, of how excited I am about actually watching this. Ramen versus LA Knight. I am at 5 toilet paper rolls. Thank you very much. I don't know if you want any or not, but
Not yet.
I assume that. Yep,
Not
that's a
yet.
no. But I'm excited. I'm throwing
I mean,
toilet papers at his
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I want to see more, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. Yeah.
They just got with him talking and his punchlines. They really got to start timing that out a little bit better. Um, Especially the ring announcer. He says his name too fast. And yeah, that's just little tiny things that I notice that I would like them to do better. I would like the ring announcer to announce his name a little bit slower instead of just going L.A. Knight. No, it's got to be L.A. Knight like that. So then the crowd can say,
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
introducing LA Knight.
right.
Well,
Emphasize the
they're
L.A. instead.
working on it.
Oh, do better.
Well, so the LA Knight, LA Knight. Yeah. Um he still kind of ends up finishing it
Yeah,
with
well,
everybody saying, but guess what? Last couple of weeks, bro, in the middle of his promo, everybody knows whose show this is. And he doesn't go with everybody saying. He just goes L.A. Knight, and the crowd knows, and the crowd's primed for it. The crowd always wants to play, and a lot of wrestlers don't let the crowd play. And LA Knight has let the crowd play, and the crowd is playing with his catchphrase. They know when to say it. It's almost like they want to say it for him. And the yeahs, he's still it's kind of rough because he's trying to like figure it out. So yeahs are becoming like whats, you know? So there's a potential here for LA Knight to really turn the yeahs into I just went a little way in there for a second. Turn yeahs into whats, you know?
Yeah,
So when he was talking to Paul Heyman, he
yeah,
would say something, yeah, say something, yeah, say something, yeah. And the crowd was just loving it. So there's a lot of potential there, and he's discovering it. That's the beauty of it. But he's over. He's over, and he's just primed. And that belt for him right now is a rocket, especially considering that he wants to be the one. And his wrestling style is not nearly as dangerous as 99% of the bullshit that these fucking people do. So, which is partly why he was able to survive for so long. You know. So he is primed to be that champion for WWE right now. And I think that this right now is the gauge. I have a feeling I'm smelling an upset. I'm smelling a gigantic upset. And if they don't, then it's going to be like, LA Knight's going to have to be figuring this out on his own for much longer. So
yeah. That's
that's the
true.
Rocket.
That's true.
This dude, this is the example of a belt helping raise a star.
Yeah,
The belt will do this. The belt will do this for LA Knight. The belt will literally just push him right over the top of the mountain. So I'm smelling an upset.
yeah. This might be
I'm
the time.
smelling an
Yeah,
upset. I'm throwing
really,
toilet.
really might be the time to do it.
What's that?
It really might be the time
This
to
is
do
this
it.
is the time.
Whereas
This is the time because it's exactly not.
someone like Cody, you could probably afford to take that chance and extend his journey for that title longer. Whereas someone like LA Knight, you don't really know, and you might have to capitalize on it right now to know. I don't know. Yeah, just you're right.
Now's the time.
Anyway, well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, whose show is this? What everybody's saying. JAWBERS. Jobbers, bitch. Doesn't have quite the ring, but hey, I tried. Check us out, jobbers.com, and buy In Your Mama's House t-shirts that we don't have yet, but they will be there. And it's in the fall season, so get yourself a hoodie so you're not fucking cold like a dumbass sitting there in the t-shirt. Unless you're one of those people who likes to wear flip-flops in the winter in the snow, then don't buy anything, you stingy ass motherfucker. Otherwise, get yourself warm. Get your loved ones some warmth too at jobbers.com. It's been Max Jaw and Mr. Big D. And what everybody's saying,
Love you. Bye.